When completing a table and you're given an equation, I always like to create a three-part table. So in the first column, it's going to be my x values. In the second, it's going to be where I plug in my equation. And then in the last column, I'm going to have my y values. And now my x values that I like to plug in include -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And I like those because I can see what my y-intercept is by plugging in 0. And I can also see what happens when my graph goes into the negative values of x. So I'm going to be plugging in my x values into my equation. So I have for the first one, -2 times x, which we're plugging in a -2, minus 5. So I get from that -2 times -2 is 4, minus 5 is -1. For the next one, -2 times x, which is now -1, minus 5. So I get 2 minus 5, which is -3. And the next one, -2 times x, which is now 0, minus 5 gets me 0 minus 5, or -5. Now I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. So from going from -1 to -3, I'm subtracting 2. And from -3 to -5, I'm subtracting 2 more. So it makes sense that I think I'm going to continue subtracting 2. So let's see. I'm going to plug in here my -2 times, now it's a +1, minus 5. So I get -2 minus 5, which is -7. So far that works. Next one, -2 times +2 minus 5, or -4 minus 5, gets me -9. And again, that does work. And a real quick thing to note is that my -2 that I see happening here in the table is the same thing as what I see happening in my equation. The -2 in front of the x is what's happening with my y values to get from one to the next. And that has to do with your slope.